Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a full face of makeup for you guys. I just wanted to film putting on makeup. I've not put on makeup in a little while, so I thought it'd be fun kind of to get with you and chat while I'm doing it. I am going to take my time. I'm going to talk. I just want this to be like a little get ready with me chat session or whatever. I'm going to try to not edit any more than I have to. So hopefully I don't make too many mistakes. So anyway, I am going to do that with you guys. Just talk about all kinds of fun things. Yes, you can hear Izzy's little tippy tap toes on the floor. I am sitting on the floor. I'm having to film on the floor in front of a wall in what was my old bedroom before I get moved and that sort of thing, so that I can do some editing and put a couple of videos for you guys. So that's what I'm going to be doing. It's going to be long. If you want to get a snack, get something to drink, go to the bathroom, or be able to hit the pause button, whatever you want to do, just come along with me and let's get ready. Okay guys, the first thing I'm going to do is start with my skincare for the day. I love the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. Not the lotion version, but the gel, because it's water-based. And I do want to give my skin a good drink of water before I start applying makeup. And I do bring it down as far as possible. I know that they say there are a couple of places that really show your age. Your hands, your neck, and your chest. And I do believe that's true. I have gotten to where I even put a little bit of it on my ears if I have anything, you know, kind of left over or whatever. So I've been using that, and I also like, oh, and I flat ironed my hair, and I have just pulled it up into a messy situation, so it looks a little frizzy. It's really because I'm sitting in front of these lights, and with this solid background, it's not quite as frizzy looking in person. I promise. Okay, so this CeraVe Hydrating Hyaluronic Acid Serum. I do like using it. I'm just going to use one good solid pump from that, and I'm just going to kind of put this, just kind of pat it in. I'm not, you know, like really doing a whole lot with it, because I want it to be smooth. I want there to be a good texture for the primer and stuff like that I'm going to use. Okay, so there's that. Now, while my face is doing better, let me find, oh, and that's another thing, guys. I'm gonna, because everything's packed, I'm having to pack and unpack as I go. I don't know where my eye cream is. No idea whatsoever. But I do have this from Pure, which I don't know if they sell anymore. This is probably, it doesn't have an odor or anything like that, but I know that it's probably really old and everything, but it does a great job, guys. It's nice and cooling, and I like to just kind of put it on under my eyes, because that's where I'm crepey the most. And then I just use my ring finger to go in, because this situation right here is another way that it's so easy to see age, or at least for me. And I do have my drink too. I'm drinking a Diet Coke. So this is a Starbucks cup that I bought a couple years ago. I think it was. I don't know, but they're fabulous. They're perfect because you can fill them up with ice, put an entire can of Diet Coke or whatever you want in there, with a little room left over if you need a mixer. But yeah, those have been fabulous. I've got one that is that rose gold pink, and I've got one that's black, and they're fabulous. Oh, and I'm using the viewfinder as my mirror. I did during the middle of the move. You see this right here? Yeah, I broke a mirror. Like I needed that, you know? So I'm going to put that in front of me here. All right, I'm going to be using the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer Oil-Free. I'm using the sample of it or whatever, but I'm just going to use some of this. I'm going to do a little dab of it, mostly in my T-zone. because I do need a bit of a primer. This has got that really good feeling slip to it, if you know what I mean. But I like using this over, I'm basically putting over my entire face. But it's a really good, very smooth, very soft. I do normally like to give my face a little bit of a rest so that everything can kind of sit there and soak in and that sort of thing. But I'm just going to go like straight through and hope for the best with this for today, guys. I'm using the Tatcha silk canvas for around my nose area because I have such an issue with pore size and that sort of thing. I have a real big problem with that. So it doesn't take much. Just gonna kind of, but yeah, this is the only place really that I need a pore filling. Just moving it out at this point. So what have you guys been up to lately? Have any of you been watching all of the stuff that's going on in the beauty community? I mean, wow, right? The beauty community has just been like completely crazy. And, you know, there's been a lot of people that started out having, you know, something to say about problematic YouTube/beauty gurus. And I think it really all started back in the early days when Jeffree Star first started doing beauty in the YouTube space. And, you know, it's just been crazy, you know? I'm letting it soak in, by the way. I'm just kind of letting it do its thing. I think I'm going to go ahead and start with my eyes. So let me go ahead. I'm going to just use, because it's handy, I've got my Urban Decay Born to Run palette out. So I'm going to use that, I do believe. And let's see, I think I want to go with, I'm digging. Here we go. This is the Pretty Vulgar eyeshadow base. I'm just going to put this on my eyes. It's a really, really good one. I like it a lot. It doesn't take much. So anyway, I think, you know, Jeffree Star, I realize he's a very polarizing, you either love him or hate him situation. And he's kind of dropped off the map when it comes to the beauty space. But, you know, Dramageddon, as they call it, you know, all those things that happen like Manny MUA and Laura Lee and all that, that's fun. People are finally getting beyond those things. But this situation that has now come up with James Charles, and I mean, it's been brewing for what, a couple of years now. You know, I just don't understand. I really don't understand why so many people defend these people that are, well, they're celebrities. Why do people defend celebrities that are, gosh, guys, I don't even know how to put it. How can people continue, just using a shader brush and this color Weekender, which is along the color of my skin tone, matte. He has absolutely openly admitted to committing a crime. You know, as a P word. It ends with an R, with a D in the middle. I'm not going to say because I don't want to get myself in trouble. But, guys, I mean, he's admitted to it. Morphe has dropped him from what I understand. But yet, he has all of these, they call them stans nowadays, I think. They literally still fully support him, defend him. It makes me wonder if these people were grown and they had children of their own and it was their son that this was happening to, if they would feel any different about the way he acts and the things that he's been doing and actually admitted finally to doing. Not only just accused, but admitted. And it's like, people think because he made an apology video, then everything's okay. Is everything okay if your rapist says, and I'm talking to ladies, if you are raped and you're in court and your rapist apologizes, are you just going to drop it? Or are you just going to be, oh, okay, it's okay then? No. The beauty community has gotten to be a point where I have not had a ton of just a Sigma. I'm going to go in with a little bit of this still shot right here and this right here, which is Hell Rod. So anyway, I'm just going to kind of mix those together. So I haven't had any desire to put up anything on this channel because this channel is mostly makeup and, you know, fun stuff like that. So, you know, I try to do like just stick to old school, you know, YouTube stuff because to me, that's what brought me here as a viewer and it's what I enjoy doing. But the beauty community has been so bad lately that it's made me not really excited about putting up a video because I feel like there's so much scrutiny right now with everything that's going on. And, you know, I'm a little bitty channel. I probably could get in trouble for saying the R word. But, I mean, guys, I just... I have a problem with that. And I'm not a stick in the mud. I'm not a fuddy-duddy, as we say. But I just don't understand how come these people like Jeffree Star and Nikita Dragon and James Charles, Shane Dawson, I used to watch them and love their channels. And now that I look back on it, I'm like, oh my gosh, how problematic. This is bad, you know? And anyway, that's my 2 cents. I feel like there's a lot going on in the beauty community that needs to be corrected because it's imploding on itself. And I hate that, you know, like I really do. But I mean, goodness, if we're going to hold people accountable, then we need to hold people accountable whether they're a celebrity or not. That's just that's my personal opinion. So yeah, I have some thoughts on it, and you don't have to agree. I mean, that's one of the beautiful things about, you know, free speech is that we can say what we feel, but yet, you know, I like to be civil and I like to say things and admit that I'm not always right. And this is strictly just my opinion, and everybody has a right to their opinion, and I think so anyway. So, yeah, that's just my opinion. I'm very disappointed with some of the things that have been going on in that part of the YouTube community. And so, I haven't been watching as much as I usually do. And of course, you know, I'm on Twitter and other things, so I see the stuff that's going down because you'll see it all over there, over in, you know, Twitter land. But I don't know. I just have a problem, you know. Do you see how pretty this is looking so far? Love it. It's a very sunset-esque. Okay, now I'm going to go in. Let me find another, like, a more precise shader. Let's see here. And I don't have but just a few of my, here, let's use this one because this one's a little too fluffed out. Okay, so this is just something that I got somewhere. I don't know. It's a Lavish eye shading brush. But you can see it's just it's real small. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this color called Wild Heart, which is this corner right here. It's got a bit of shimmer to it. And then I'm going to put it, I guess I can just use the mirror that's on the palette here. That might help. So let's go in and do that. And I'm going to do this on the lid. But, you know, guys, I'm an older person, you know, and so I don't want to, like, get into an argument or anything like that. I just know that that's the way that I feel. I think a lot of people do feel that way, but everybody has a right to feel how they want. I just don't understand it most of the time is all I can really say about that. So, you know, that's just, it is what it is. It's just, it's one of those things where you're going to have people on both sides that feel just as strongly about their position. And, you know, it is what it is. And I just hope that the right thing comes out, you know. I hope that the right thing that, you know, what's morally and legally, you know, right. I hope that that prevails. And, you know, maybe the beauty community, maybe it's time for us to press, you know, a restart button, you know, and start fresh or something. Go back to the Carly Bible and Nicole Guerrero and, you know, those people that have been around, Kathleen Light, you know, people that, yeah, they've had issues, but they're not, there's a difference in being, you know, and making mistakes and being problematic. And my kind of thought in that is that if you make some mistakes and you apologize and then you change, that's acceptable. It's to me, problematic is when you make mistakes and you apologize. You make another mistake, you apologize over and over and over again. You're really not changing your pattern of behavior. So that's the thing that I have the problem with. So, I mean, guys, you know, like I say, that's my thoughts. But anyway, if you have any really strong thoughts, you know, from down, you know, from, you know, deep within that you need to express, oh, be free, you know. Have a nice, civil conversation in the comments. That's fine. I don't mind that. I just don't want any fighting because I don't like that. I don't want negativity on my channel at all. So that's why talking about this was kind of one of the first things I wanted to say and kind of get it out of the way, because I haven't been in the beauty space for a while now. I've uploaded a couple of videos recently, but I've been kind of shy of it. And, you know, it's just, I think lack of motivation and feeling uninspired, because I feel like everything's kind of deflated and down. And I thought maybe if I kind of talked about it and just kind of broached the subject a little bit and just, you know, kind of had my say about what I think, then I can kind of free myself up to move on to more fun and better topics. I hope so anyway. Okay, you can see this is a really pretty, more of a sunset look. I want to go in with, I've got somewhere, I think I'm just going to use some more of the eyeshadow base, the Pretty Vulgar eyeshadow base. I'm going to go in with, where is my little brush that I like to, here it is. It's just a little pointed flat shader brush. I'm going to put a little bit of this on there, just the eyeshadow base, so it'll pick up. I'm just going to put it on right here. Just like that. I have been experimenting with a lot of brighter colors lately, and I have been loving it. I've always been just your basic, neutral kind of, you know, everyday look kind of girl. And I've been experimenting with some of these brighter colors because I'm so excited to see spring and summer get here, you know. So it's just been like, you know, I'm ready. I'm so ready for bright colors and spring and flowers and summertime and, you know, time on the water, you know, whether it's lake, river, beach, you know, ocean. I'm so ready for all of those things. And during all that, I'm right in the middle of a move. I mentioned it in my last video, but I'll mention it again in case you didn't watch that. And I think I'm going to go in this time. I think I want to go in with, I've got this little brush here that is really excellent. It's a Eco Tools. It's got that little angle, but this end is the end that I love the most. And I think I'm going to go in with this color. I think I want to go in with this color Stranded, because it's just got a little bit more, you know, gold and shimmer to it. So I'm just going to put this brush in there really well. And then I'm going to pat it on top of that. So yeah, I've been trying, even though I'm in the middle of a move, to try and film a few videos so I'm not gone for another 4 months, you know. Guys, I'm terrible with my consistency, and I know that, you know. I know that I am, and I know my channel will grow. Both channels will grow. If you didn't know, I have a planner video. That's actually my main channel. This is just for funsies kind of thing. But, you know, there's not that many people that follow me here. I'm very, you know, unnoticed. I'm just not, I'm not, no beauty guru. But no, I mean, you know, I'm in the middle of this move, and it's a big move, but it's not my final move, because my final move, I'm waiting on my I am waiting on my the place that I'm going to be living to come open and available, because there was a waiting period. And so I'm just going to be having to live out of a guest room at Mom and Dad's for a while, but they're in the middle of moving too. So it has just been kind of crazy for all of us, you know. I'm going to go back in and I'm going to put a little bit more through that crease of that Hill Ride and Still Shot, which is that pinky and purple. Just kind of intensify it again. Okay, this side. Yeah, so with everybody moving and having, you know, gaps between when our places to live are ready, it's just like Mom and Dad have a 10, 11 day gap between having to be out of their house and they're going into an apartment, which is awesome. I'm so excited for them. And I really hope they stay there, because they really are at the age where they can't do stuff like they should, you know. And no maintenance, no house maintenance, no yard maintenance, you know, stuff like that, to me, is preferable, you know. Okay, let me go in with, isn't that pretty? It won't look like I'm sick when I get the rest of my makeup on. Okay, I'm going to use this little angled fluffy brush, and I'm going to go in with this color called Breakaway, which is just a nice, really pale shimmer. I'm just going to put some of that right here, right under my brow bone, which I know you can't see my brows, but I'll fix that. So they've got that gap, and that's where they're going to be for a little while. I hope they stay there indefinitely, because I think that they need that. I think they need a place where they can just, you know, relax and enjoy life and everything. They're 74. Both of them are 74. And that's just my thoughts, you know, on what they should do. But what I think they should do and what they actually do are very different things. They're very opinionated, very strong-willed, very stubborn sometimes. I guess all parents are to a degree. Okay, let me see here what I'm doing. It's kind of hard to see because it's awfully bright in here, but I think that's going to turn out to be really pretty. I'm going to line my eyes with that really darkest deep purple that it's in that palette, but I want to go ahead and start working on the rest of this, because it's had enough time now that, you know, it's mostly soaked in and there's not, you know, a whole lot in the way, and hopefully, you know, it won't make my makeup look bad. So let's go in with, what did I do with my, found it. It's underneath my leg. This is the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. This one is in light to medium. I just got this new one. You can see that I've used it a couple of times. It takes just the slightest amount. But it makes me sick that Becca is going out of business, because this stuff right here, this is the best stuff they ever made. Forget their highlighters. And don't get me wrong, I love their highlighters. But yeah, this is definitely the best thing that they created, because it brightens the under eye up so much. Didn't get quite enough. I have to be quiet while I'm doing this because I'm afraid I'm going to put my eyeball out. And I've got like something right here that's a pimple coming up, but I've got something right here. At first I thought it was a sty, and I've never had one of those. So I didn't really know for sure, but it's not in the corner or inside the lid. Look at the difference between this and this. There's a difference. I mean, anytime I look down, you're going to see that. There's nothing I can do about it unless I get, some fat put in there, or, or whatever, or have those little fat deposits or whatever removed. And we know I'm never going to do that. No, that's not going to happen. So, I try to just do some color correcting. I used to always use the Smashbox, and if you've been with me for a while, I used it every single time. I would use the Smashbox orange pencil under my eyes to color correct with. And I also went through a phase with the Urban Decay green concealer. But I have changed my stuff up. I mean, we don't all stay with the same thing over and over and over throughout life. Or we forget about it and we, come back to it again. But the under eye correcting, this it is fabulous, and it makes me sick that I went on and grabbed this during the 21 Days of Beauty. I was already ordering a couple things, and so I grabbed this because it was actually available, which blew my mind. But it was available, and I decided that it was, I needed to go ahead and get a new one because I didn't have a good color corrector right now anyway. I do have this age spot. It's called a sunspot. Somebody said it's called a driver's something spot or whatever, but it, a lot of people, if you're going to get like some sort of a discoloration on your face, it'll most likely be on the side where you drive the car because the sun coming in. And so I do believe that might be the case. I have melasma that I've had since my son was born, and he's 22 years old now. So I've always had this here, but it really doesn't bother me as much as this, because that will show through my makeup no matter what I do. In fact, I've thought about next time I go to the dermatologist about seeing if there's something that they could do, maybe anything, just to, kind of break it up a little bit, because it's this is just, I have no idea what that is. But you can see I have this redness here and here. My son inherited that from me. He has these really bright red, rosy lower cheeks right here. He's had them his whole life, and that's the only thing I can say that I gave him, because otherwise he's identical to his daddy. So I'm looking forward to getting moved into my own place. I really hope that this place that I'm going into is going to be good for me. I'm going to be using this IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream and Anti-Aging Hydrating Serum with a SPF of 50. That was easy. Oh, and the primer that I used, the Hourglass primer, has a SPF of 15 too. So I've got that, and then this is giving me, even more. And I really love, this is your IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe brush, and this is one of the ones that you get in October. It is, for breast cancer awareness. This has got to be the best. And it's only been used once since I washed it. But, so it's actually pretty clean. This is the best foundation brush that will ever exist. And that's real talk. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of go in. I like to pump it on top of here, and then I'll just buff it in. And I always start on my forehead, kind of bounce it in, and then I start buffing. So I just kind of bounce, bounce, bounce. You can see the sun I've been getting. You can see where my sunglasses are because my forehead looks more brownish yellow than the rest of my face. And then you can kind of see just a little bit of sun in this area and my nose. But this is the color Neutral Medium. I went with medium because I normally go with light to medium or something like that. I've never been fair, and that's saying a lot because I'm white. But I did go with that because this is more my summer color, and I knew this was going to be probably my main base product for the summer with the SPF in it, and then also you know, it's just the ease of use. So let's go in with this. It will match my neck and body. I do have, in this light, for some reason, it is very yellow looking, and my face looks pink. But I'm very neutral, actually. I think it's just this lighting and the fact that I have some other lighting coming from the side over here. I think that that might be something to do with it. And I am looking at the my mirror right here. So anyway, it's a great, I mean, for it says it's a CC cream, but guys, we all know that the coverage on this is amazing. Because most of the time CC creams, they're like a tinted moisturizer, you know. And nowadays, even tinted moisturizers are getting to be where, you know, they have a lot of coverage. But I love this product. The ease of use, but mostly that 50 SPF is the bomb.com, especially for somebody like me who is, you know, I have mature skin, and, you know, I am worried about a lot of aging, you know, and things like that. I don't want any products that are going to cake up real bad. And some of my techniques have had to change now that I've got older, you know. So this has been wonderful for my skin. I've gone through several of these over the years. You know, like when this really first hit, you know, the sales counter, it was pretty popular from that point on, and there are a lot of people that like this, and reasonably so. It's a great product. It really is. Now, if you look at me straight on like this right here, you can see that my under eyes look so much better than they did prior to makeup. And so, God, I do look so frizzy today. I can't control the frizz when it's rainy out. I mean, you know, I'm in the South, so when you're in the South, the humidity is real all year long. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I just really love it. You know, it blends out into areas that you need it to blend to. It's very easy to manipulate, and I just love it. And I mean, you're always going to see that little spot even after I use some concealer, you know, and that sort of thing. But yeah, it's a beautiful product, and it is so worth the money. So worth the money. Okay, let's see here. I think I want to kind of go in. I got to find my buffing. Where? Oh, I've been doing it with this. This is wet, my beauty blender. I washed it really good, and it's nice and wet. But I need to find my, here it is, and it's messy. Oh my Lord, this is messy. This is the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Sculpting Bronzer with jojoba oil. Guys, love this. Absolutely love it. It's just messy, that's all, you know. I mean, it is what it is. But I like to just kind of give myself just a little something right here on each side. And then around the top. Not bronzer helmet, but, you know, whatever, it works. Okay, let's kind of go in with, just to give myself a little bit of more of a bronzy tone than the yellowness that seems to be wanting to hang out. Just blend, blend, blend. And it looks like it blends away, but actually it really doesn't. It's pretty good. I have only in recent years gotten used to, or even started kind of creeping into the cream product, you know, thing that everybody, you know, kind of talks about. See how pretty is that, guys? Isn't that beautiful? It really does blend out very, very well. I think that my favorite way to blend it is with this damp beauty blender, because I just feel like that it gives it just enough damp, or just enough wet, I guess is the word, to blend it completely into and let it melt into that CC cream, my foundation. I just think it's so pretty. It's a very natural, I'm not a cut, you know, cut your finger kind of girl when it comes to anything, eyebrows or contour, bronzer, anything like that. I'm thinking about doing a video where I go back in time and I pull out a ton of old products. I think I want to call it something like Back in Time, you know, or something along those lines. If you would like to see that, I'd like to go back into the beauty community, way back to where everything started, and a bunch of really wild, I can't believe we were so crazy about that, cult products. I would really love to pull those out of my collection and do a video like that. If you're interested, definitely let me know below. I will do that. I would think I would have fun doing it too. So, and I do need to also do another video for my cocktail series, because I haven't done one of those in ages, and I love that, especially during the warm spring and summer months, to bring in all that bright color, you know. So if you think that I need to continue my cocktail series, let me know, and let me know if you think that you'd like to see me go back and maybe do a series, like a short 2, 3, 4 episode series of using old cult favorites. Let me know. I can come up with them. I can guarantee you they're still in my collection. Some of them I won't let go because they have like some sort of sentimental, you know, feeling or something. I don't know. But let me know. Okay. Izzy's whining. I think it's because she's not getting any attention. I really don't know. But we're not gonna go there with her on that. I'm just not going to. Okay, I have still been using, as far as bronzer palettes and things like that, I am still absolutely crazy over, well, it's in my bag here somewhere. Here it is. It's the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer. Mine is in the shade Sunset Strip Tease. Just about started hitting pan. Can you see the little squares right there? Yeah, that's pan. Just about to hit it. And I'm telling you, it's a... Where are all the brushes at? Here they are. Guys, when you're sitting on the floor, everything kind of gets strode. So, yeah, there's that. And there's hair all over it from where I blew dry my hair and brushed it. Okay, so I'm going with my Hourglass brush, 2-ended brush. This is the end I used for bronzer. Just kind of go in there. Really, really love, love, love this product. And I like to go in on top. It is such a smooth, yummy product. I mean, it's like, what, $3 or $4? I mean, gosh, girl. Gosh, girl. It is just a beautiful product, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I have actually been liking it way more than my Marc Jacobs palette, bronzer, whatever you want to call it. I have really, 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 really been enjoying it. Okay. I actually forgot to do my concealer. See, that's what happens when you haven't done your makeup in a really long time. You get out of order, but that's okay. I've not done anything that will interfere terribly with my under eye. So let me go ahead and see about that. Oh, I hate when I... Don't you hate when you get a hair in your mouth? I think it's gone. Okay, so let's decide what I want to do for concealer. I think, just because it's right here, I think I'm just going to use, this is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. I've had this for a while, but didn't really use it that much because it was so freaking dewy. But if I don't use this in combination with the, I've got the matching Flower Beauty Light Illusion with sunscreen foundation. But when you use these two together, it's too dewy even for me. And I have really dry, you know, skin. So I'm just going to kind of put a little dot right there. I'm going on my finger. I'm going to start blending it out. I have found that if I use my finger, it looks much better overall. Kind of bring it down and out. But yeah, if I use a brush or if I use a sponge or anything like that, my eye looks very crepey. And I'm almost convinced that it's just the warmth of my finger making it kind of blend down and such. But I mean, guys, look at that beautiful concealer. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, can you see the difference? Shocking, right? And this old girl needs, I need every trick in the book, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna blend this out with my finger on this side, just like I did on the other, and then I'm gonna set it. I've got the Hourglass Veil powder. Guys, I have fallen in love with that. I'm using a lot of Hourglass products, it seems like, because my other products to use here are Hourglass. I've always been a Hourglass fan. It's, you know, it isn't a luxury brand. It's not cheap, that's for sure. Oh gosh, guys, I just love, love, love this dewy look. And it doesn't look like this if I use a sponge or a brush. It really doesn't. And I'll just bring down the extra on the top of my nose because it never hurts to highlight that just a touch. I don't have like a horrible nose, so I don't know what she's wanting, but she's looking at me. Okay, so I'm using the Hourglass. This is just, and this is, let me tell you, this is all you need. Do not buy the large one. It's too expensive. This is the Mineral Veil Translucent Setting Powder, and it's, oh my gosh, it has lasted me like crazy. And so I just put a little bit in this top. It doesn't take much at all. I just put a little bit in that top, and I get my powder brush and kind of dance it in there just a little bit. And I just set it with the loose powder. This is just for underneath my eyes, you know? It works so good. That's the only place that I use this particular powder. And I'm not through with my under eyes. I have another trick in the book that helps me not look cakey or aged or crepey or anything like that. Okay, so I use that just under my eyes. Then what I do is I go in with any kind of other powder that I have, and I recently got the Fit Me Loose finishing powder, and this one is in number 15, which is light. That works for me, you know, really well. It's a brand new, first time for me to use it. Izzy is staring at me like I am just evil. She's treating me as though I am mistreating her in some way. Oh my gosh, this is heavy. Oh, there it comes. It's loud. I'm sorry. Ah! Got it. Okay, let's put the lid on it and shake some into the, how's this work? Oh, like that right there. Like that right there. Yes, see? It's got plenty of good color. And so, just knock off the extra. And then I do set my face. I have to set my face, guys. I live in the South, and it doesn't matter if I am very dry or not. I still have to set my face. This powder's good. Oh, it's really nice and thin, and because it's got good color to it. I'm not worried about, you know, like any white cast on my face or anything like that. Beautiful product. Yes, Maybelline, you go, girl. I mean, I love their Fit Me series. anyway. So I'm not surprised that I love that at all. Okay, so now that I've done that part, let's go in for the blush. Now the blush, I have been using Hourglass is pretty much the only, this is the Luminous Flush Ambient. This is the only blush I've been using for months. I just use the other end of that same brush and I go in. It doesn't take but just a tap tap, and then I can go in and pink it up myself. Just pink it up. Izzy Bella, my Izzy Bella. Okay, and what I like to do is I do like to go across the bridge of my nose just a little bit. I don't do freckles. I know a lot of people, the freckles thing is in. I'm not doing freckles, but I will do something that gives me a little bit of a sun-kissed look. Gives me a little extra color on my face and that sort of thing. It works for me. Okay, so that's that. And then I always go in and dust over that once, just to make sure that there's nothing loose. The face is turning out really good today. I'm pleased. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've done a full beat, as they say. Whatever, since I've done a full face of makeup. That's more appropriate for my age to say. Okay, the next thing, Hourglass. Again, this is the Ambient Strobe Light, Pure Strobe Light, and Lucent Strobe Light here. And I use these two right here with this brush. Oh, I'm getting powder everywhere. Okay, I use this brush right here is from Milani, and this has got to be the best brush I've ever had for highlight. It's nice and fluffy, but it's kind of oval. It's flat on the top and bottom, but then it puffs out a little bit. This is the Milani All Over Blending Brush. Guys, so I just go in and I just kind of do this right here, shake it off just a touch, and then I like to go in and place it. I'm very particular about where I place it at. I remember back in the day we used to say, do a C, do a C. Well, I don't do that. Mine's more like a less than greater than sign. It's more of like part of a triangle, that sort of thing. So I go over. I'm real careful not to get anything in this area because that is when you'll start trying to highlight wrinkles and fine lines. And no, Mama ain't having that. I try to stay as far from my eye area as possible when it comes to, I do like to put just a little bit here. I know that looks weird, but trust me. Trust the process. Just like that right there. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my brush, just like I do with everything else, and I'm just going to kind of smooth it out. Just like that. It knocks off any excess, and it gives you back the colors that you have put on. And then once I do a setting spray, you'll be shocked. It's wonderful. Okay, so let me go ahead and I am going to work on my brows. Now, guys, my brows have not been good lately. I mean, I'm just gonna be straight up honest. The brow situation, I've been struggling. I've got my brow pencil here that I started out using, which is also, I'm sorry if this is mostly, like high-end, but it just happens to be what I've got right now. So I'm using the Hourglass Arch Brow Micro Sculpting Pencil right here, and somebody trying to call. So I've got that, and this is in the color Ash, which is more of like a blonde, and this is brand new. I've only used it once before, and so far I like it. It's good. And then I did go back and repurchase this, which is the Benefit Gimme Brow, and you know, it's just a little tiny brush, and mine is in the number 3. So let me go ahead and kind of gain some control over these brows. I'm just going to kind of brush what I do have up. It's not much, that's for sure. And let's get some product on there. I don't do very strong brows. I'll tell you right up. I don't think that my face looks good with strong sculpted brows. So I just go in and just kind of give it a little bit of color underneath. Kind of give it a line to follow. Just like this right here. Can you see how I've created that line right there? Down. And then in. Okay, let's open the product up just a little bit more. I didn't have it open very far because I didn't want it to break off. I have a really bad bare spot right there, and it's hard to, it seems like it's hard to cover there for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, can you see the difference? They're really thin and they're sparse. But guys, I'm gonna be 52 this year. And one of the things I've noticed is that my lips are beginning to thin. You know, your upper lip especially begins to thin as you get older. And your brows tend to not be as full. So it's a product of being old. And I'm ancient. No, I'm not as old as some people, but I'm old enough. So my brows never do match. It's just not ever gonna happen. I had to shoo Izzy along. She's trying to make a bunch of noise, and I ain't about it. Okay, this one, he got out of control, so let's kind of brush it away a little bit. Let's get under some control with it. Came down just a little too far. Now, I need to thicken her up just a little bit. Am I the only one that struggles so bad with brows? I mean, first of all, I don't have any talent when it comes to doing brows. So it's like, you know, you can kind of see this one came down a little too far. But nothing can be done now. But yeah, I feel like I'm the only one that struggles this bad. Maybe, you know, I don't know, but they're just so thin and sparse, and really the only thing I can do is, you know, like fill in underneath the hair and pray that the products, you know, give me enough structure that you can see I actually have brows, if you know what I mean. So that's what I do with the pencil. And then I go in with the Gimme Brow. I went back to the Gimme Brow because I like the fibers in it. It really does a lot for me. And so, but mostly I just love this teeny tiny little wand here because I can control this product so much better. I can put it exactly where I want it to go. And I don't have to worry about making a big mess outside of my brow line. And when I do, you know, it's easy cleanup, but man, I love this product. And I used to use it religiously, and I got into the NYX because it was, I bought it because it was inexpensive. It was good for just running through my brows when I wasn't going to use a pencil. But now that I'm blonder, it's too dark for me. And it was old, so I have discarded it. I'm going to do an empties video soon. But it is what it is. And there's a little bit of a spot right there. But guys, this is really all I do with my brows. This one's not great, but it is what it is. So anyway, this is all I really do with my brows. And when you look at me face on, it's pretty decent. It's not a bad face of makeup. You know, it's not bad. I really love the way the foundation looks. I love the way that my eyes look underneath. They're not dry. They're not, you know, crepey or anything like that. I think that if you do have that problem like me, it is better to go with a really dewy concealer. And if you have an oil problem, you're not going to vibe with an oily, dewy concealer at all. You're just not. It's just going to slide right off your face. But for somebody who's really, really, really dry, or wants to target something like under eye, an under eye area where you're going to go crepey, it's the perfect kind of concealer to use. And then if you do it with your fingers so that it gets warm and spreads evenly, and you're not, you know, depositing it where it's not even, because that creates a lot of the crepey look too. But I do like the way that it looks. Now, the last thing that I like to do with my bottom lashes is I use a finishing spray. I happen to have my Scandinavia right here beside me, my Scandinavia that I always use. I just take my damp beauty blender, the point of it this time, and I just like to spray 3 times, and then I just dab underneath here, and it sets that area. That is the best trick I could give you. Wherever you want, nice and juicy looking, but set. I do it right across my lines. I do my upper lip and my chin, basically my T-zone. I do that to set that area and to take away any of the cake. I do like to use a setting spray, but I like to target an area with a little bit more saturation, and you just have to be really careful. I'm talking, but I'm trying not to move my face because I want it to dry, so that when it dries, it's going to be nice and dewy and youthful and not crepey, dry, and old. Okay. There we go, guys. Do you see that? Check that out. Guys, you can't tell me that that's not perfect for somebody that is older. Especially when you've got, I mean, I don't just have discoloration issues. I've got crepey, really dry, thin, crackly under eyes. And so to get makeup that is gonna do that much for your under eye, I think that that's really about the best that we can, you know, ask for. Of course, good skincare makes a huge difference. I probably need to do a skincare update with you guys. I kind of did that in my video when I was showing you my products that I purchased in the 21 Days of Beauty for Ulta. I kind of showed you what I was doing, but if I need to do an updated skincare routine, I can do that. But yeah, I really do like the products that I'm using right now. I feel like I have found a groove, and I'm just trying to stick in it. So anyway, okay, that's that. Now, we got to finish our eyes. Okay, I'm going to go in with, I've got this, goodness, I'm making a noise. I've got this, just a pencil brush. I am going to go in to this palette, and I'm going to go into this really deep purple. It's called Guilt Trip. And I'm going to put it a little bit under the lash line. Just a little bit. I'm going to build it up. I don't want to go in too hard at first, you know, and then have regrets. I love a good pop of color. I don't know where any of my eyeliners are right now. So I'm just going to use my powder. As my liner. That's what, you know, a good pencil brush is for. I know I make the weirdest faces when I'm doing my eyes. I'm not going to. But Just make sure that if you do that little thing that I did with the setting spray, that it's really good and dry before you start working on your under eye, because if it's not, it'll stick to it if anything falls. If you have any fallout at all, it'll stick to it like crazy. It'll be like freaking glue. And you don't need that. Not if you spent a lot of time on your face talking to your friends while you're doing it. I do miss the days where me and my girlfriends we were going out together, so we would always get together and get ready together and get dressed and decide what you were gonna wear and do all those things. I miss that time, you know? See how I just brought it out just from the corner just a little bit? I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Just do it as though my lower lash line is extended out just a touch. And I do have, since I have additional product on my brush still, I'm just going to try to fade this in just a little bit better. Where there you go. Just bring in a little bit of it out so that it meets and it's not cut off quite so harshly. And I'm not using any additional product. I'm just using the brush the way that I left it from using it in my crease. See how much better that looks? I like it anyway. And it's a lot more colorful than what I normally do. Okay, so I don't do anything in the corner of my eyes. And the reason that I don't is because I have real watery eyes. And I'm constantly having to clean the corner out of my eyes all the time. And if I try to put some product in the corner of my eyes, it really just, it makes a mess. So I usually don't put any inner corner highlight or anything like that. Now, I am ready to curl my lashes. I'm not going to put on false lashes. Not going to happen today. But I do want to get my natural lashes curled really well. They are they're going through a shedding stage. I think you guys know what I mean when I say that. A lot of times, you know, our lashes start falling out sort of at the same time. And I mean, really and truly, it's just, you know, wait a minute, where's my, here it is. I'm going to use the, you know, it's just shedding time, and they're regrowing is what it is. Okay, so I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous Hydrofuge, which is waterproof. And so I really do like this. It gives me length and volume pretty well. There are other, you know, mascaras that I've tried over time that I like just as well, if not better, but I mean, you know, hey, it's what I've got and I'm using it up, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it's a really good one. I just take a long time brushing through my lashes because I am trying to be careful, A, and B, I don't want to put my eyeball out. I don't want to get mascara everywhere, and I don't want to hit my eyeball. And when you're older, you got to worry about them things. Not too bad. You can always clean up once it dries if you do make a mess. I just try not to. And I work really strongly on one eye at a time because I feel like I do better. But you can see it's starting to get thicker now. You can see my lashes. Okay, let's do the other side. Do you guys have any video ideas other than just your typical stuff, you know, like monthly favorites and things like that? Is there anything that you guys would like to see on this channel? Once I do get moved and settled to where I'm going, that's going to be there for a long time, I really want to maybe do something that has to do with cooking, or heck, I don't know, anything, you know, just like lifestyle stuff, grocery hauls. I want this channel to be more than just beauty, makeup stuff. It's easier for me to come up with those kind of videos than any others, but I don't want to just like that be all that I'm about here. I'd like to do some other stuff, you know, home and lifestyle. This is getting clumped up. Let's get this baby going. There we go. Better, 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 better. Okay, now then, let me look at where. I'm still making so much noise, guys. I got a little bit under that eye, but that's okay. Okay, the only thing I have left is a lip product, so I need to set it and forget it. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This is pretty new to me. I'd never used it before, but I really like it. It's a very nice thin spray. So let's go ahead and get this done. Oh, it's so fun and wonderful. It does have a scent to it. It's just not, it's very faint. It's not strong. I usually do my setting spray before I do my mascara because I don't want my mascara to move, but it's waterproof, so hopefully I don't have to worry about it running or moving. So guys, what do you think about this? Let's get some lip on. And after we get on a lip, I will go in and tell you guys, or show you guys the final product. I'm trying to find. Okay, let's go in with this. This is Everlasting Liquid Lipstick Double Dare from the Kat Von D. I've had it for a long time, but I still use it. It's crazy. I still use these. Okay, so I'm just going to go on with this. I like this color. With my eye look. This is one of those that dries down super, super, super dry. Really, really everlasting liquid lipstick. Once you put it on, it'll move. It don't move till you take it off, unless you're going to eat greasy fried chicken or whatever. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with the NYX. This is Milky Gloss. This one is in the color Moo de Peach. Moo as in milk, I guess. So let's go in with it. I like it. I do. It's got a little bit of color to it. Reminds me a lot of the Marc Jacobs. A lot. It's a little bit stickier, just a little bit, but I like it a lot. Guys, that's a full face of makeup for me. I actually like it. I like the more colorful look with the purples and the pinky nude lip. I like it. It's very spring summer to me. It's not like this big deep glamorous. This is something that I would do on a regular basis or a daily kind of thing. It's not anything, you know, like dramatic or whatever. It's dramatic for me because I usually do a very neutral look, you know, just brown and, you know, a vanilla and maybe a gold on my eyes. But I do like the way that my skin has turned out. It looks pretty dang good for being 52 years old nearly. But yeah, guys, I'm pretty pleased. I need to probably do something a little bit extra with my hair, but I'm not gonna. I am gonna go with just this. As soon as I finish going through this video, I am going to film my empties video, and I'll be in the same shirt. So there you go, that's that. I'm just gonna go ahead and film back to back. And yeah, it's gonna kill me to sit here on the floor, me and my back situation. But yeah, I just, you know, this is the way that I would go out every day. And I don't care how messy my hair looks. I really don't. I'll try to go in maybe with an oil or some hairspray or something and try to work on some of the frizz. But overall, guys, this is something I would do every day. And I'm happy with it. I don't care. I think that, you know, I'm very well put together. I, you know, have on earrings and jewelry, and you know, I feel like I'm dressed for the day now. So I hope you guys liked watching me do my makeup and talk about it and talk about other things. I hope you did. And yeah, I am going to go. It's been over an hour. Over an hour for me to be getting ready. But yeah, I just thought that it might be fun just to film me getting ready for the day. And I took my time so that I could talk to you guys and show you what I was doing and that sort of thing, so that it would turn out like pretty good. I wanted it to look decent. So yeah, there's that. All right, guys, that is going to be it for me for this video. If you liked it, if you enjoyed listening to me run off at the mouth for over an hour, then don't forget to give me a thumbs up. That is so very, very helpful to me. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, subscribe if you're new. I would love for you to, you know, subscribe and become part of the YouTube family here. I am going to be filming for sure a short series of getting healthy, weight loss kind of thing. Again, if you can tell in my face, I have started gaining weight during COVID, and it's time to get back in the groove and do better and look better, which makes you feel better. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. That's it. I'm not gonna talk about anything else. I'm leaving now. I'm gone. No, I've got to go. I'll talk to you guys later. I love you.